Today we're going to be talking about building a personal brand and leveraging social media to generate leads for your agency or pretty much any business, but mainly for your agency and for a lead generation agency, because that's what you do out here. I myself have built a Twitter following of 32,000 followers, a few thousand subscribers on YouTube, 5,000 or 6,000 on LinkedIn. Even though the numbers are fairly small, if you do it right, you're able to benefit from it a lot. The first thing that I want to cover before we go into the actual usage of social media and growing there and using it to get new business for your agency is, first of all, who should be using social media? Who should be actually leveraging these channels to get more leads? The one thing that I want you to understand that it's not the first thing that you should do. If you don't have case studies, if you don't have clients, if you are not already getting clients through outbound, it doesn't make sense for you to go on social media, go to YouTube, go to LinkedIn, go to Twitter and start creating content there. Because first of all, if you do a lead gen agency, you should first get your own clients with cold email or outbound or whatever channel you use, because that is the best way to learn and also prove the competence that you can actually do the service. Second thing, from my experience, the best way to use social media and like create content is do cool shit in real life and then talk about it and explain it on social media, because that way you don't have to come up with all of these crazy content. You're just basically documenting what you do, and that's what people want to see. Then the second thing is there's a big misconception that for you to actually make money or get leads or get agency clients or whatever, that you need this huge audience, and that is completely untrue. Let's say that you here have an audience 100,000 followers, and you have gotten this audience by giving out a lot of like free resources, but you just basically are trying to gather as much attention as you possibly can. You are funny, you have controversy, you share like crazy opinions, whatever it might be. This is also a great route and this will give you a lot of followers. But let's say you are selling an agency service or selling a lead generation service. If you have 100,000 followers, this doesn't really mean that you have 100,000 potential clients. Maybe 50% of this audience is just following you because you're funny. And then let's say that other 25% follow you because you have controversy. And then let's say that another 20% only follow you because they are broke and they can't afford to buy access to information, so they follow you free stuff that you're giving out. So you actually end up having only like a 5% of like potential audience, like business owners and people maybe being business owners in the future. You're going to be left with a tiny piece of people that you can actually sell to. And you have actually had to go through crazy amount of effort to accumulate this audience. Like, yeah, you'll get a lot of likes, you'll get a lot of clout, like, yeah, like you'll have followers, that's dope. But actually, if you're trying to make money, this is not the most efficient way, because every single day you have to do the craziest stuff. You always have to come up with the most viral shit. You always have to come up with the most funniest stuff. And it's just going to take a lot of energy, a lot of brain power, a lot of time to come up with all of these things for you to just end up with like a really, really, really small piece of your audience that you can actually sell your agency services to, which is not what we really want. What actually matters is not how many people follow us, but who follows us. I have seen countless dudes have like 300 followers on Twitter and they are getting bunch of ideal clients, bunch of leads, because the 300 followers that they have, 220 of those are actually their ideal clients. First of all, they don't have to go through this huge amount of effort to keep up with this huge account and keep up with this huge growth. They can actually just like write really useful shit to their ICP. Doesn't really matter how many people follow you, it's actually who follows you. So let's talk about a few social channels. So there's a few different social channels that you can leverage for building a personal brand and getting leads from social media. And the first one, in my experience, is Twitter. This is really where I started from a bit over a year ago. Then you of course have your YouTube, where you are right now in, boom, and you have your LinkedIn, and then you have IG and TikTok, and then of course you also have like other channels like Reddit and Quora and all of these things, but these are really the main ones. In my honest opinion, right now the best channels to go for, what I would do is I would go for YouTube and LinkedIn. And just to, like a quick reason, Facebook, I think, yeah, Facebook is great, but there's a lot of noise going on there, like people are there more on their free time. It's a great platform, but I just wouldn't go for it. Also Instagram and TikTok, yeah, again, a really good platform, but for generating leads for a B2B lead generation agency, I wouldn't say that's the best place. And then Twitter, absolutely amazing platform, but just from my experience, everything happening there is just getting worse and worse and worse. The algorithm is harder, and yeah, it's not the place that it used to be, so I wouldn't really go to Twitter. But what I would go to and what I'm really biased in is YouTube and it's LinkedIn. And two reasons for this. LinkedIn is absolutely amazing because it's only CEOs, it's founders, services, marketing managers, is everyone in like professional networks is hanging out there. Second thing, just from my own experience again, you don't really see that much like really good content on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is pretty boring. Traditional C-level executives posting updates about their company's Q1 employee satisfaction goals. And yeah, those are cool things, but those are not really the value that people are looking for. So I think that there's a lot of room for you to just dominate small niches and also bigger niches there by just posting really good content. Third thing, LinkedIn is something that if you're sending cold emails, a lot of professionals check your LinkedIn profile before replying to your email. So if you're active on LinkedIn and you have a good profile and you maybe have some connections or followers there, it's also just gonna boost your cold email rates a lot. It's like a digital business card. So yeah, LinkedIn, I think it's just really great. And then also YouTube. People go to YouTube to learn, and you can basically run direct sales letters and direct VSLs on YouTube as content. And as long as the VSL is useful, it's actually gonna be good content. It's also gonna automatically drive people to book a call with you, to work with you, talk with you, check out your VSL and your landing page and all that stuff. YouTube is also extremely good. So how to get started? What should you do to actually start cracking onto these channels? So first of all, for LinkedIn, fairly simple. You never want to overcomplicate the starting of it, because if you make a really big deal about starting to post content on a social media channel, you're never gonna start. It's just gonna be like, if you think that I need an editor and I need a writer and I need this and this and this and this, it's fucking like you're never gonna start. Like whatever you do, the first few months or the first few pieces of content you post are gonna be absolutely garbage. Probably the first 30 YouTube videos you're gonna do are absolutely garbage. Like I feel that that's pretty accurate for me. And the same with LinkedIn. It's just gonna be a mess. It's just better for you to start quick. Don't get all this fancy stuff, etc. Just go ahead and start doing it and start learning. But yeah, for LinkedIn, extremely simple. What you just do is first you need to optimize your profile, because if your profile is bad, it's gonna hurt you in everything. People see your content, they're gonna check your profile, and if your profile is just bad and cryptic and it just shows that you are not even a real person, people are not gonna really engage with your stuff. So optimize your profile. You can go check leadgenkit.io. I have a LinkedIn profile optimization guide there, or you can just go look at my profile and copy it on LinkedIn, or model after it. Don't copy it word by word, but model after it. And then what you just do is 5 times a week, you make a long form post. So once a day from Monday to Friday, you just post one long form piece of content. And I'm gonna go into a bit more detail on how you do these long form posts. Basically, the topics for this long form piece of content are gonna be case studies, valuable things that you share, handling objections, showing off results, giving out free stuff, all of this stuff. Like every single day you should be breaking down like a valuable concept or a approach or a protocol or whatever it might be. And one thing that you need to be extremely careful of when you're posting content is who you're actually posting content to. So a big mistake that I see is people are like, yo, I'm a cold email lead gen dude. So they start posting a lot of content about cold email and lead gen and like, this is my best fucking performance script and this is how we run campaigns. This is an inbox management thing. And what it's just gonna do is just gonna attract a lot of other cold email lead gen dudes. So then after 6 months, you don't have an audience of 2,000 people that you could sell to. You have an audience of 2,000 lead generation agency or cold email dudes. So make sure that you post content for your ideal customer. So how do you do that? You first of all, what you just do is you map out 4 different pillars. So you take out a Google sheet or a piece of paper and you write down dreams, fears, failures, and wants. And then you basically write all things down. Like, okay, what does my ideal customer dream of? What do they desire? Like more revenue. They don't want to be beaten by their competition. They want to have a stable lead flow so they don't have to stress about it. They want to be making a lot of profit so they can buy that new house. And you just basically list out all dreams, all fears. What are they afraid of? What have they failed in? They have tried to build an outbound team, but they failed on it because they didn't know how to hire. What do they want? So just map out all dreams, fears, failures, and wants for your niche. And then every time you create a content, every time you sit down, you're like, okay, today, Tuesday morning, I'm gonna write out a long form post to LinkedIn. You just pick one of these topics. You're like, okay, today my topic is gonna be a failure, and it's gonna be talking about how they failed at building an outbound team and what is the actual solution to it. And then every single time when you get feedback from the market, so again, remember we talk about feedback loops, you do something, you get feedback, you modify the process with it. So let's say that you are in a sales call and one of your prospects tells you, yo, Levi, this is amazing, but we have a huge problem in actually closing the deals, or we are not really able to close outbound. You're like, okay, boom, I have an objection, I have feedback from the market, so of course you use that to tweak your sales letter, your landing page, your offer, all of that stuff. But also that's an amazing content idea. So then you can make content from how to actually close outbound deals and how to solve that problem. So you're getting actual insight from the market and you're using that to create create the content and tweak all of your stuff, because that way it is exactly what the market needs. You have your optimized LinkedIn profile, you do 5 long form posts a week, you do that for at least 6 months before quitting, and you use the dreams, the fears, the failures and wants of your ideal customer. You have a headline, you have a hook, so it needs to be something interesting, it needs to be snappy, it needs to be a bold claim. Yo, this is the strategy that we use for our client to increase their outbound closing rate by 50%. And they're like, okay, that's what I want to see. Boom. Then you just do like the core content. It can be like 3 things to do differently or whatever it might be. And then at the end, you just do a call to action. So you want to always hit call to actions. You want to be selling, you want to be selling, you want to be selling. And then on YouTube, extremely simple. You just take these topics. So if you were talking about this strategy here or whatever you do, you just take these topics and you make a long form post about it or long form video about it. For YouTube, I think there's like 2 really ways to do it. First is like doing really high production videos, really well planned, really well scripted, really well edited videos and doing less of them. Or you can do like raw, uncut, just looms to Google Docs, like just like really rambling and from all of these things. And you can do more of them. So in the beginning, you just do more content, lower quality of production, because that way you're able to just shoot more stuff to the market and you're able to see faster what works. Again, it's the feedback loop. You post a video, you see how it does shit. Okay, I'm not going to be talking about it anymore. Or okay, I'm going to do it differently the next time. Or it does good. Okay, this format and this topic actually works really well. And just do 3 long form posts a week or long form videos a week. Don't really worry about thumbnails and all of these things at the beginning. Like you just want to realize that no one is gonna really watch it for the first year. Like that's at least what you should accept. Like of course people are gonna find it out, and if you're consistent and you create good stuff, you're gonna get followers, people are gonna see it, people are gonna like it. But every time when you post something, accept that no one is gonna see it, or like think that no one is gonna see it. So then you're just like posting for your own self. Stay consistent, post on YouTube and LinkedIn, and yeah, it's gonna be great. Just stay consistent for 6 months to 12 months. It's gonna pay off. You're gonna be so happy that you started, and it can literally change your life. Remember, don't do it before you're actually getting clients through outbound. If you are starting to create content or building a brand or building an audience, whatever you want to do, good luck to it. If you want to see how I run my YouTube videos, just go to my YouTube, watch through them. Nothing special. Hit the like, hit the dislike, subscribe, and also please leave a comment what you thought about it, because I'm just trying to again get feedback from the market, go through the feedback loop. So if you leave me a comment and tell what you thought, it's gonna help me out a lot just to make better videos. Take care. See you on the next video.